manufacturing Monday is well underway. I've already cut out 3 more of these squares that we're going to then laser engrave on. And I'm going to do another one right now.
Welcome to Hash Vlog. Make yourself at home. Welcome to Hash Vlog on your PC, TV, or phone.
I actually ended up trying to make another couple of them the other night. And like you can see right here, the drill bit got stuck in that and got caught and kind of pulled it. So I've realized that the solution to that is just taping this down proper so this outside part that isn't glued down as well doesn't get pulled off. I'm also kind of like manually holding a corner where it's safe to, which probably shouldn't, but it's just a little extra insurance. And that's been turning out great so far. Very uninteresting design, but you know, that's how you cut out a square. Another one done. Okay, we need, oh, get your stinky face out of here. Oh my god, I love you too. Love you too. Oh, get your butt out of here. We got Luffy, we got dirt bikes in the distance. We got 8 of these made. I'm pretty happy with the progress. Made another 6 today from the 2 we had made the other day. So, got to sand down the edges a little bit. And pretty solid little blanks to laser engrave and stuff on. So, maybe call it here with these for now and then start like making them and see what we can do with it before we just batch out too many. Because I do think having, like I'm not expecting to necessarily sell a ton of any individual thing at TezCon, but I think it would be nice to just have different options of stuff. Got our little stinky sleepy Lufinolds, some finals NBA, because honestly as someone running our own sports league, it's kind of cool to watch and study how they do things, you know? And the reason I actually got distracted onto my computer is because I messaged the homie Skills Army about some fantasy league idea I had for Teztones. He said, hey, check out this AI, VO, which I haven't used yet, and it created an insane amount of pages and a whole system, essentially. It's kind of crazy. It's not really tied into any of our database or anything yet, but realizing that just asking it, it can come up with all these things and all these dependencies and files, and even looking at this, realizing we could work in some of our databases we already have. Pretty excited to maybe create a fantasy league. Because honestly, one of the common things I heard from a lot of people is they're like, oh, I didn't follow it as much as I could have last season, or as much as I should have last season. And I think that's as much as our fault as it is anyone else's, right? We need to make it easier for people to follow, make it easier for them to watch and keep up to date with the app and stuff. But let's give them reasons to watch the matches because they have players on each team, and when that team wins, they get points. And let's try to create something that even viewers and casual people who are watching, maybe not casual, you know, they're invested fans, but not artists, or maybe artists who don't have the time to be on this, can also be a part of this. And maybe the winners of the leagues, or I don't know exactly how many we could create, but maybe the winners of whatever leagues and stuff then win either pieces or physical merch or something like that. So let's bring people into our world. Let's create a whole universe. If you get the player cards that we're making, then that lets you draft the player, or, you know, different mechanics we could work in or something like that. And it could be a fun way to make merchandise, make NFTs, make a league, make fantasy, and tie this whole world together. So pretty excited for all that. I was supposed to be doing more manufacturing, but I saw that I got a message back, and I just kind of went down a rabbit hole there, and pretty happy with our progress so far. I think we're going to probably walk Loof here in a second, maybe figure out some more either manufacturing or laser engraving, or maybe strike while they're on hot with this and then jump into some more manufacturing tomorrow, since tomorrow's Teztones Day, and we can mix it up a little bit if we need to. Had a really good call this afternoon with the homie Retro, who's a really dope artist. Makes, I was going to say world builder, but his project's called Retro Man Universe, so universe builder really, who's also in the Tezo space. Just kind of asking him his opinion on kind of what we're building with Teztones, some ideas with funding, and just like things to move forward. Partially as like a project, but also just as a person, as an organizer, because it's, you know, it's kind of hard sometimes when you're the lead and organizer of a project to find people to talk to, because, you know, the people within your project are looking up to you as a leader, and, you know, where do you go from there sometimes? So it's a really good talk, kind of making me think about how to frame things, how to look at things for the season. It does make me feel like a little less, I don't know, confident maybe in some of the funding ideas we have, but I don't know. Just realizing we just need to figure out how to frickin' make this happen. Like, I don't want to say that it discouraged me, but it put things in perspective a little bit, and gives me points to discuss with the artist tomorrow. Ooh, I forget how bald I look when I first shave my head again. I love how it feels. Kind of like how it looks. Thinking about how we're going to approach things in the meeting tomorrow and just stuff going forward. Even like maybe if we push things back a little bit as far as the start time, just so I can build out this fantasy league and some of the other ideas and concepts a little more. Just a lot of stuff cooking around the bucket I'm thinking about. Luffy's been pretty miraculously better lately, like night and day. Not really watching him that much, not tying him up anymore, not focusing too much, still cooking bacon, giving it to him, playing with him, walking a little more and stuff, but he seems to just be so much happier to just chill around the house, so I don't know. I don't know if that was just a temporary phase. I'm not going to say it's in the clear, but it's a lot more chill lately, and really appreciate that much at least. There's always these spider webs just going across the entire road. Try to dodge them, but I'm sure I walked through a handful of them. Interesting seed pods. The thing with these like player cards tying into the fantasy league is I don't want to make it so people who don't either have the money to buy them or just aren't into blockchain. I want to make it accessible to everyone and not exclude those people. So I'm trying to think maybe we do like the prize pool if you own the NFTs, or we could just keep it only for those who own it. I don't know, different options we could do. What if then to get into the draft of the fantasy league, you needed to have X player cards, right? At least 4 to have a team. So you could either buy, we could have a limited amount of player cards. If you want like a specific artist, you could buy the single, say it's 5 Tezos for just a single, or you could get a pack for like, say 5 Tezos for 2 cards random or something like that. So then we could gamify that whole thing and have the value and speculation kind of, or at least like all that within it. I feel like this is where my brain starts having fun with the idea of more just like gamifying and all that stuff. So it'd be kind of a lot to try to get that done before the season starts, but also, I don't know, maybe it's worth it to try to really build something up to that level of, I don't want to say complexity, but interactivity maybe, but a little bit of both. So yeah, brain's just cooking away over here.
Thanks for watching the vlog. Watch another or subscribe here.